So let's talk about the routine. That's the second part of this webinar is making sure that we try to have some sort of routine, ideally a morning routine every single day. And like I mentioned to you in earlier slides, it's like, I know it's tough. I have 3 kids and I have 2 dogs. One of them is like 4.5 months old and he's like destroying the entire house right now. You know, and then my wife also works from home. So she's using the office. And I try to work for about 4 or 5 days out of my home office, if you will. But it was a very challenging thing to do. You know, I still could have probably done it, but you know, luckily my office is around the corner, so I can always sneak in and do a lot of work in the office. But maybe for some of you that's not the case. Try to you know, work on your routine every single morning. And I think right now, especially, the focus got to be on your mindset, on your skills. We're going to talk about the skills in the later slides, as well as the focus got to be on your business development. So what works really for me is, you know, writing down my priorities for the entire week. I call them my top priorities. I don't put every single thing that I want to accomplish in that journal, and I'm going to share a journal with you guys that I use. So I don't know if you can see that, but this is my list for the entire week, and I separate them into 2 sections. The top section is going to be the personal, and then the bottom section is going to be the business related. So on Sundays, before you know we're done for the day, I will put together a list of all of my top personal activities for that week, and then also my business activities for that particular week. And then every day in the morning, after you know I read a book or listen to the podcast, I'll sit down for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I just concentrate on the things that I got to be doing that particular day. It doesn't have to be an extensive list. In fact, I think a lot of times we kind of overwhelm ourselves with a huge list of to-dos, and then we don't accomplish them. We kind of get discouraged, and you know we feel like we haven't really done that much. Just pick like 2 or 3 things that you want to accomplish the next day, and maybe about 7 or 8 top things that you want to accomplish in this week, and just concentrate on those things. Okay, that's it. The question is, you know, if you're not going to be working on a business, you know, there will be no business, right? That's the statement. You know, if you're not concentrating constantly on working in your business and the top priorities in your business, you know, unfortunately, in a month or 2 or 3 months, we're going to be way behind. So I just want to add a couple other things to routine. This is something that I do, is write down 3 wins that you had for the day before you go to bed. And that really stems from the fact that what I used to do is, you know, I used to pretty much go through the entire day and working on things. And then by the end of the day, I would kind of get, you know, discouraged the fact that, you know, I wasn't really accomplished that much. So what I started doing about a year ago is I just started writing down the things that you know, went actually successful today, right? What I call them my wins for the day. And again, they don't have to be huge, they don't have to be big events, but something that you were able to accomplish during the day. It doesn't have to be 3 wins, it can be 1 win or 2 wins, but something that you can look at and say, you know what, you had a really productive day. The goal is really for you to, like, you know, start seeing some progress. Like every day when you are writing things down, you know, you're going to be hopefully seeing some progress. And once you start seeing the progress, you're going to get a little bit more motivated and get more motivated, and then push yourself to get to the next level. And once you're motivated, there's nothing you can't do in this life. You got to take action. Also, what helped me quite a bit, especially more during my down days, is really writing down what I'm grateful for. And not only what I'm grateful for, but also who are we grateful for. A lot of times, again, we take things for granted. We feel like, you know, things are not happening our way, and things are out of our control. But if you really sit down and really kind of write down the things that what we have right now, even with all the stuff that is going on, I mean, we have our health, hopefully. We have a place to live. We have a place to shop. We're not hungry. We're still conducting businesses, yes, in a limited way, if you will, but we're still considered to be an essential business in the state of Arizona, and we can still conduct business. Now, let's say you're not holding open houses, but you can still make calls and reach out to your sphere and your database, right? So that's that.